They say history does not remember the trembling of the arrogant. Yet today, in the hall of the Four Seas Academy, arrogance shattered like porcelain beneath a single hand. Martial God Asura, chapter 745. 746 opens with the shocking fall of Wang Long, a rank 4 martial lord, brought low not by equal might, but by the strange, uncanny force of Chu Feng, whose strength none could fully measure. The crowd's whispers of disbelief hang thick in the air, mixing with the scent of fear, as Lan Xi and her companions realize that their judgments were mere illusions. And just when relief flickers, a transformation occurs. A face shifts into the legendary Wuqing, and the air itself seems to tighten. What secrets lie behind this disguise? Who truly controls the power that bends even the boldest hearts? In this chapter, the line between legend and reality blurs, and the next move could awaken dread or awe in equal measure. The wind of the academy courtyard seemed to still for a moment, as if the heavens themselves had paused to witness the impossible. Eyes widened, breaths caught in throats, and hearts trembled. By the heavens, this. The words faltered on lips, drowned in disbelief. Before them, Chu Feng moved with the calm certainty of a storm, striking down Wang Long, a martial lord of the 4th rank, as though swatting aside an inconsequential fly. It was a blow no one could have anticipated. Rumors had whispered of Chu Feng's power, but none imagined this level of mastery. He had surpassed the estimations of even the most discerning cultivators. The crowd had assumed he might merely graze the peak of the heaven realm. No one fathomed that this young man could wield such strength that he could bring a 4th rank martial lord crashing to the ground with a single motion. The shock that rippled through the spectators was especially severe for Lan Xi. Once a figure of unrivaled pride, now her arrogance crumbled to dust as fear carved its mark upon her expression. Wang Yu and all others present felt it too, the cold, relentless truth of Chu Feng's power. Contempt fled, replaced by a deep, gnawing terror. Chu Feng's confidence was no hollow display. His strength was authentic, terrifying, and absolute. Lan Xi observed silently, eyes narrowing. In her estimation, the young man's cultivation had reached the rank of martial lord too, a level already extraordinary for one so young. Yet, even a rank 2 should not have crushed Wang Long, a 4th rank martial lord, so effortlessly. Her mind raced with awe and disbelief. The true peculiarity lay not in his cultivation alone, but in how he wielded it, blending sheer force with uncanny technique to devastate an opponent far stronger in theory. A thunderous bang resounded, pulling attention to Wang Long's next desperate cry. Chu Feng's foot pressed mercilessly upon the chest of the fallen martial lord. Once imposing, Wang Long now lay utterly powerless. In a fair contest, even if defeated, he might have resisted, clawed back some dignity in combat. But arrogance and carelessness had blinded him, and now he reaped the price of underestimating Chu Feng. The force behind Chu Feng's slap was no mere strength. It was enhanced by a spirit formation, an arcane weaving of energy that crushed both flesh and spirit. Over half of Wang Long's cultivation faltered, sealed in an instant. He was reduced to a state where Chu Feng could toy with him at will. And toy he did. First came a cannon-like kick, each impact shattering bone after bone, a relentless symphony of crack, crack that echoed through the courtyard. Slaps followed, brutal and precise, until Wang Long's visage was unrecognizable, his head grotesque in its transformation. The crowd recoiled, hearts quaking. None could have believed that one of the Academy's 3 great geniuses could be so utterly annihilated by a single youth. Even as Wang Long's body was pulverized, his spirit roared. Fury and humiliation burned in his chest. "Beat me," he bellowed, voice ragged yet defiant. "If you have the courage, end me. If you strike me down, do not think to walk from the Four Seas Academy alive. Even if you flee to the ends of the world, my Wang clan will hunt you, and your corpse will be torn to pieces. Not just you, your companions will die as well. Who do you think you are, Chu Feng?" Silence fell like a thick veil. Wang Long's words were a challenge, a declaration of defiance bordering on madness. All expected Chu Feng to crush him utterly. Yet, to their astonishment, Chu Feng's fist hung suspended in the air. The crowd exhaled in disbelief and relief. Perhaps, they thought, Wang Long's clan still carried weight. Perhaps even Chu Feng feared some retribution. But their assumptions shattered the instant Chu Feng stood, serene, a faint smile playing upon his lips. His voice, smooth and commanding, cut through the tension. "Who am I? Do you wish to know?" Wang Long's pulse quickened, unease prickling along his spine. There was a depth in Chu Feng's gaze, an ancient weight that seemed to press upon reality itself. Despite the confidence he had forced upon himself, Wang Long's brows knitted, unease coiling in his chest. What do you mean?" he stammered, anxiety threading through his arrogance. Chu Feng's smile deepened, eyes glinting with mischief and menace. In the blink of an eye, his form shimmered and shifted, assuming the visage of Wuqing. The air seemed to shiver. "Do you still have the confidence to erase me like dust with a mere thought?" he murmured, voice calm yet laden with peril. Wang Long's pupils constricted. Terror replaced his pride, and his body shuddered uncontrollably. The face before him was not merely a disguise. It was the legend, the name whispered in awe across the misty peak. Wuqing, the unparalleled genius who had bested the three great geniuses of the immortal execution archipelago, who had amassed over 1,000 martial markings. The one fated to eclipse Murongxun himself. No clan, no army could shield a man from Wuqing. Wang Long had believed he could challenge Chu Feng because of the power of his lineage, because of his rank. But Wuqing's presence was an abyss, fearsome, inexorable. The martial world had bowed to him, not lightly, but in reverence and terror. And behind him, whispered legends spoke of an inscrutable master, the mysterious Lady Chushui, a martial king whose gaze could fell armies, and Lady Piao Miao, the guardian of Misty Peak, whose lethal precision had protected Wuqing even against the mightiest martial lords. The weight of all this pressed down on Wang Long. His chest tightened, breath shallow, arrogance extinguished in an instant. He had faced Chu Feng's wrath, and he had underestimated the true storm. Now he knew. He was no longer facing a rank 2 martial lord. He was facing a living legend, a force of nature whose name alone shattered courage. The courtyard lay silent. Even the wind seemed hesitant to stir. In that moment, the legend of Wuqing had not only revealed itself, but had left an indelible mark on all who witnessed it. The young martial lord Chu Feng, who had seemed extraordinary moments before, was now inseparable from the name that shook the realms, and Wang Long. Wang Long understood, with every fiber of his being, that he had glimpsed the true meaning of fear. In the eastern sea region, whispers of legends often mingled with the sea breeze, but none stirred fear like the name Wuqing. And yet, in the heart of the Lover's Terrace, one man was about to taste a terror he could never have imagined. Wang Long, once arrogant and reckless, now stood on the precipice of dread, his chest tightening with a fear that clawed at his very soul. He had always believed his clan's influence would shield him. He had always thought himself clever, untouchable. But now, faced with Chu Feng, an existence he had scorned, underestimated, and mocked, Wang Long felt a cold, creeping regret suffuse his every vein. The man he had looked down upon was none other than Wuqing, a name that resonated with awe and fear across the eastern sea, a genius who had shattered the reputations of the immortal execution archipelago's finest and was destined to eclipse even Murongxun. Wang Long's arrogance crumbled like autumn leaves in a storm. Every boast, every cruel act, every reckless insult now haunted him, twisting inwards like a dagger. He had no courage left. Not a single word dared escape his trembling lips. "Chu Feng, you're Wuqing?" His voice faltered, choked with disbelief. And he was not alone. Lan Xi's eyes widened, recognition striking her like lightning. The presence before them, calm yet commanding, was the very genius whose deeds were sung across the eastern sea. Chu Feng's lips curved into a faint, enigmatic smile. "Senior Lan Xi, it is indeed me. We have met before on the Misty Peak." Shock rippled through the crowd. Murmurs of awe and disbelief swirled like gusts of wind through the terrace. Heavens! The one who defeated the three great geniuses of the immortal execution archipelago, Wuqing, destined to surpass Murongxun, is here. Voices trembled with astonishment, mingled with the bitter taste of their past folly. They had scorned him, mocked him, even sought his death. And now they understood the depth of their own foolishness. Wang Long, Wang Yu, Lan Yanji, all who had once sneered, regret gripped them with iron claws. Their mockery had been a trespass against a legend, a force beyond their reckoning. Fear now replaced arrogance, and awe eclipsed their former bravado. But for Suru and her companions, the revelation was a joy mingled with reverence. The hero they had admired from afar was none other than the man closest to them, Chu Feng. "Brother Wuqing, it's a misunderstanding," Wang Long stammered, desperation lacing his words. His pride, once unyielding, had evaporated. He bowed, flailing in words of shame, hoping to appease the man whose might dwarfed all threats he had ever known. "We've met on the Misty Peak. You know who I am. You shouldn't have concealed your identity. If I had known, I would have treated you differently." But Chu Feng's gaze was sharp, unyielding. He had seen Wang Long's true nature long ago. "Of course I know what kind of person you are. When you drugged Lan Xi in the depths of the forest, do not forget who pulled her from your grasp." The moment Lan Xi heard this, her composure shattered. Rage burned through her like wildfire, her eyes aflame with memories of terror and violation. The blurred recollections of agony, of helplessness, and of a savior who intervened, only to leave her wanting, returned vividly. And now, she realized the man who had sought to harm her was none other than Wang Long, while the one who had saved her life, her dignity, was Chu Feng. Sympathy for the past loyalty she once felt toward Wang Long vanished, replaced by a fury that made her tremble. If she could, she would rend him limb from limb. Wang Long, sensing her fury yet devoid of courage, tried to twist the narrative. Shamelessly, he admitted his crime but spun it into a twisted form of flattery. "Yes, I drugged Lan Xi. Yet, since you saved her and she stands unharmed, there must have been an arrangement between you, right? Brother Wuqing, since it has occurred, Lan Xi's grace is undeniable. Her figure, her presence, incomparable. Even your noble position pales in comparison to her virtue. Inadvertently, I have assisted in completing your endeavor. Surely you owe me leniency." Lan Xi's teeth ground together, her fists trembling with rage. She had expected excuses, perhaps denial, but not this audacious, vile attempt to claim credit for his crime. Chu Feng, though unshaken, could not help but feel a mix of disdain and pity for Wang Long, who wallowed in both shamelessness and fear. With a swift motion like the wind cutting through bamboo, Chu Feng seized Wang Long by his robes. The man's body flew through the air like a lifeless sack of earth, landing before Lan Xi. "Senior Lan Xi, handle this man. Junior Lan Xi, mercy. I beg you, for the years I have admired you, for all I have done, spare me. One more chance, please." Wang Long flailed, kowtowing, begging for his life in the only way he knew, through pitiful submission. Survival now consumed him entirely. Pride and dignity were long extinguished. Lan Xi hesitated, torn. Memories of the past kindness, small gestures of protection, still lingered in her heart. Her hand rose, almost instinctively, to shield him. But Chu Feng descended like a shadow from the heavens, his foot pressing down with unrelenting force, pinning Wang Long to the earth. One hand gripped his hair, another flashing with deadly intent. "If you do not act, I will." Her fingers clutched his arm, a fleeting attempt at mercy, but Chu Feng shook his head, a sigh escaping him. "A woman's soft-heartedness," he murmured, almost regretfully. Then, with the speed of lightning and the precision of a master swordsman, Chu Feng's blade fell. The spray of crimson arced into the air, a harsh finality cutting through the tension. Wang Long's head was severed cleanly, and silence fell like a heavy shroud over the lovers' terrace, punctuated only by the lingering awe of what had just transpired.